lows, making all-time highs. No one cares, which is why, my friends, we are so incredibly early. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning tea. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds play. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has inched up to 79 from yesterday's 75. Bitcoin dominance is 52%. 24-hour volume is 80 billion. The overall market cap, 2.63 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, what a range, what a range. Our channel of eternal monotony is turning out to be a real bearish bone of contention. Despite a decent attempt from the bulls to spike the price, it just wasn't good enough. But we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community when Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little dumb, but if, and I say if we close today's candle red, I would signal the market indecision has been given to the bears, and I would expect to see price action duck underneath our support at 69.1. Lord love a doc. She didn't do just that. While everyone was busy hiding Easter eggs Friday morning, price quickly dipped down underneath our channel of eternal monotony support, bouncing off of 69.1 and spent the weekend in the slowest rally known to mankind, inching up slightly, peaking out at 71.3, and accidentally flipped the reversal switch, told the kids the Easter Bunny isn't real, and price action fell once again, finding a bottom and a bounce at 68.9, and has pouted back up to tuck itself into our channel of eternal monotony at time of production 69.5. Now the goodish news, so far at least, is that we are carving out slightly higher lows, which is bullish, I suppose. But that 71.3-ish area, it's almost like there's a trap door there. As you can see how many rejections we got last week. I'm keeping my papers on that level to break this week, because it's a humble opinion of this piano that one more rejection from that level could lead to a bearish reversal and trend change down to lower levels. And when I say lower levels, I'm looking at that 67.4-ish level to rear its stinky bearish head. Now over on the ding-dong, you can see we are in the passionate throes of carving out a bearish engulfing candle, which is a signal that the bears have taken control of the market and are pushing the price down. If we don't see a market open that catapults us up and over 71.3, this bearish engulfing candle could continue to push price further to the downside, first being the 23.6% fib at 68.4, which is also the 20 moving average, which has been decent support for us. But if And I say if we break her, wouldn't surprise me to see a quick dip down to that 67.4-ish level. My heartbreakingly bullish scenario would be to counter this bearish engulfing candle with an instant bullish engulfing candle back up to close today at or above at elusive 71.3-ish level. Quick look at the Wookie. Sees we did close the candle green, which is to be expected after such a legendary hammer candle from the previous week. And although she's slow and boring, we are building out this mother of all bull flags, and the price probability of this pattern is in, sing it with me now. Oh, you take the pull, you slide it all, the breakout point, and then we're all at 102K-ish. Shakira! Now, it's been a while since we watched economic paint dry. But over on the monthly chart, we did make history twice. First of all, we just closed 7 green monthly candles in a row. Our previous record was 6 way back in the 2020 bull run, which saw us make our first peak. And our second record is that we had the highest monthly close in Bitcoin's history. So it's an emotional roller coaster of conflicting highs and lows. On one side, we feel the market is slightly boring and not doing much. But zoomed out, it's definitely the most bullish time ever for Bitcoin, breaking historic records, making all-time highs. So let's take the W and celebrate what we do have, where we've come from, and of course where we're about to go to the moon. You dootin' 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 doo. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. Yet we're lucky enough to have anyway, so get out there, knock 'em dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. I'll run the banks of boom to spank, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa, cha-cha-cha-ching.
Interesting thing happened to me. I hear a buzz. Second. There we go. Cheap cord. Interesting thing happened to me yesterday at the squash club, of course, because it's really the only place I go besides the Jimmy. We'll address the Jimmy in a couple minutes. But I was sitting there talking about Bitcoin, which, I mean, I'm usually doing that, and it doesn't take a lot for me to get going at the squash club. Someone brings it up and I usually start talking about it. But this case was very different because while I was talking about the same things that I talk about all the time, from supply shock to the corruption of the government, fiat currency, the history of this, steam talk. After you're done doing your sports, you usually get into the history of the corrupt central banking system, fiat currency, where money's going, where money's been. And so anyway, I was talking on and on ad nauseum, and there was 3 guys who I've known for a long time, and I've told one of them, you should have bought, or you should buy Bitcoin. I think it was at 20K. He didn't. And there was 2 other guys sitting there, all of which I've had this same conversation with about Bitcoin. And all of a sudden they all pulled out their phones and they started almost panicking to get onto an exchange. Now, I didn't say anything because, you don't want to, I was just kind of watching what they were doing. And they were all like, what exchange should I get? Which one do you use? Which one's the best? And, I went into my spiel about, from Gemini to CoinSquare and how CoinSquare kind of locked me out, but now I'm back on it. And it is the easiest exchange for me to get on. And, while I was talking, I'm still here talking about, I guess, whistling Dixie because they're all on their phones. And I at first I thought they were just, looking at their TikTok brain had gotten the best of them. But they were all busy, and then I start seeing them taking pictures of their license plate, and then they're doing videos and stuff like the KYC for CoinSquare. And Lord love a duck if these three guys didn't all get onto the exchange and buy Bitcoin. And it happened within an hour. And the reason why I think this is significant is because, well, A, it's never happened before. This is what I'll get after those conversations. And I'm not hard pressing them to buy Bitcoin because, you can't save them all. They either do or they don't. And what I would normally get is, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do that, or you know what, I should really, you're right, I should buy Bitcoin, or you know what, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna look into it, But there was never any trigger pulling on these conversations, but there was definitely a trigger pull on the conversation I had yesterday. It was just a normal Sunday 2:30. Post-Steam, sitting there shooting the shit about nothing. And these normies, three normies, definitely normies, pulled the trigger on Bitcoin. And I think that is indicative of where we are in this bull run. We haven't hit FOMO. We aren't seeing retail FOMO aping in. But I think the normies are slowly catching on to possibly where this price action can go and what it means for them. So I thought that was kind of a win for this part of the bull run, because it still fascinates me that we can be over all-time highs, pushing 70K, and yet the majority of us, whether you fully feel it or I fully feel it, the majority of us are like, boring. I saw someone in the chat, I can't remember who it was. It said 2 weeks ago we were at 62K. And it's almost like we become, what is that term called? Stockholm syndrome to the swings. It's like if we don't have a swing, we don't have anything. It's like, okay, it's great that we're above all-time highs, but next, I'm done. I'm bored, right? Move me, God damn it. Move me, even down. Take me down. Just pump some sort of chemical in my brain. That's where we are right now. Like, we should be ecstatically bullish. However, we're almost, kind of prescription mids. We're just like, yeah, we're at all-time highs, yeah. Are you happy? Yeah. I'm happy. We're not ecstatic though. So what is the price of ecstasy in this bull market? Is it 100K? I think so. It's a nice big round number. People love big numbers. And I know in Canada, we're almost at 100K. I don't know. I live in a US dollar. Wick says Bitcoin last year was at 28K. 1 year ago, 28K. Interesting. So the Jimmy on Saturday, yeah, Misco. I feel like I almost duped Misco. So if you're still there, Misco, I apologize because I asked you if you were available on Thursday for that subscribers appreciation, but then things fell through, and then I decided to move it to Friday, and then it was early, and then I didn't see you on there, so I thought, well, obviously you're busy or whatever. But that was, I tried to move it so you could attend it because Misco has been the Oprah Winfrey of memberships. He's been gifting a lot of memberships. So has Remedial Joe. So has Johnny down in Belize. But Misco, you could see on a lot of streams all of a sudden, bing, 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 everyone's getting memberships. So thank you, Misco. There was a lady. I was gonna post it if you're in the Discord, and if you're not, you might as well join. It's a easy way to keep up with everything. I'll always post the video before the video goes out, so it's an easy way to get the link. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, YouTube, it doesn't get me notifications." YouTube's brutal. It doesn't do that. I don't know why it doesn't. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, you would think at this point in the game, it's got to be intentional. Some sort of randomness that keeps you coming and going, because if the notifications are supposed to notify you and they don't, well, I guess they're broken, right? And they just can't seem to fix it. They can't seem to fix it. They can't seem to keep scammers out of the comment sections. They can't seem to fix notification buttons. But holy smokes, if I were to say some sort of word or something that's against the narrative, they will shadow ban this faster than you can say COVID-19. Oh, dang it. That's what I don't know. Again, are you supposed to not say that? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, there was a woman at the piano bar on Saturday. And if you stayed long enough, I kind of talked about her, because I remember when I walk in, I go into my car and I warm up. I do some vocal warm-ups, and then I walk in about 9:15, 15 minutes before the show starts, and she was there walking in with a beer. Canned beer. And she said something stupid like, "Is this the piano bar? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling." And I looked at her and I thought, this is going to be trouble. She's already wrecked, right? So I walk in there, I forget about her. And then when things started going, and an interesting thing about the boutique community is that when we're struggling, that's why I always say that it's Kyle and I in the boutique community against the live audience. And I don't know if against is the right word, but if you've watched the piano stream enough, you figure out what we need to do. We're on the same team trying to get the live audience out of their stoic boredomness. Sometimes they'll just sit there, and it takes a certain trigger to explode the night. And usually it's Dancing Queen. Usually if I play Dancing Queen, that kind of brings up the women to dance, and then the night's different, right? But as we were playing, I think it was Dave Digitally said, you should try, playing some country, because you guys can sense, what we're going through, what's going to work, what's going to, rip the lid off this night. And so, of course, we did some country, and boom, dishbank, there it was. Everyone started dancing, and the night kind of took off. And then this girl was there, this woman. And she was slightly annoying at first, because she was like staring at me, and not in a, attractive way. Not like she was looking at me like she was like thought I was attractive. She was trying to get my goat, kind of like, when someone is intentionally staring at you, looking for a reaction. So at that point, I'm, trying to avoid her anyway. And then she puts her beer on the piano. And what most people don't know is that I bought those grand pianos one at a time, and I gutted it. So I take off the roof, I take off everything, all the strings, all the iron and brass inside. It takes a long time, and so it's basically empty. And then underneath mine is a lot of electronics and a lot of sound and a lot of where the chords are going and where my computer is. And so if a drink was to spill into one of those cracks, it'd be over. The stream would end and the sound would be done. So the night would be over at the Jimmy, and the night would be over for the boutique community on YouTube. So I was in the middle of a song, and I'm like, I'll just wait till this song to finish, and I'll move the beer. So you can see at that, if you go to the video, there's someone put in the comment a timestamp of where I lost my cool. And slightly before that, I took the beer, and I don't know whose beer this is. I was just kind of still keeping it arbitrary, for I didn't want to put any attention on her. I knew it was her beer. Put the beer here. She ran and got it, and then And then she put the drink not only on the piano, but she kind of threw it and it slid to the middle of the piano. And I just like, this is unprecedented that someone would do this. And a woman, no less. I kind of expected from a jerk guy to do it, but just it's out of, I don't know, most women's wheelhouse personality to be so antagonistic in front of people. And so I stopped the show and I told her, you got to move this. And I was still kind of like thinking maybe something's wrong with her. Maybe she has some sort of intellectual deficit. So she was moving the I'm like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, just right off the piano. There you go, off the piano. And then she kept on dancing. And I think she put the drink on again. Hey, Duke. You're early, buddy. I'm just finishing.
It's 8:21.
Yeah, it's 8:25, buddy. I'm just finishing the story, so hang tight, okay? Or you want to come back in 4 minutes? Okay. And so she started antagonizing me by dancing right beside me.
With her breath?
With her breath, yeah. Of course, I smell people's breath like 10 times now on the carnivore diet. And so I could smell her and I could sense her. And I knew she was trying to antagonize me by dancing so close. So the problem with that is that it takes me out of the song. So whatever I was playing, it was completely autonomic muscle memory. I don't even remember the song because I was just thinking, what am I going to do about this, right? And so finally she starts messing around with the request in front of me. And then she started hitting the piano. And when I look at the video, it looks pretty innocent the way she was hitting the piano, but it wasn't. It was very loud. Like it was bang, bang, bang right on the thing. And that's when I lost my cool. And I told her, whoever's friend this is, get her the F out of here. And I don't think I've ever really said anything like that. I don't even know if I've kicked anyone out. Maybe, but I mean, there's no security there. So Kyle and I are the lights, the sound, the entertainment, and the security. So we had to kick her out. And I asked if does she have any friends? Like, is there anybody who even knows this girl? And there was this group, but they were slightly disowning her as the night went around. So they finally, it's like there was about 12 of them, and they just all left at that moment. And so the night went on, and the crowd that was there all came up to me after, and they were appreciative that I Duck. Can you read this super chat and sing it out? You might want to go in that one. Say, hey, party people. Start with your chords.
Hey, party people.
Keep reading.
Hey, party people, hear this call. Heap your drinks away and all. Let's let the keys sing, the music ring. No liquids here, let our sing.
Very good. Thank you for the super chat, XRP.
Music.
Hey, party people, heed this call. Keep your drinks away, one and all. Let the keys sing. Let the music ring. No liquids near. That's our thing. Thank you very much for the super chat. So I was going to post an edited version of that video. And I just thought, maybe I should maybe I should cool off a bit and, let things.
I wanted you to post it.
I didn't post it because I was just like, well, let's.
It would have been funny.
It would have, but just in case, it got back to her and she, who knows, maybe she's very fragile and that could have put her over into, it's like, it's not, I don't care enough to, punish her in any way. So maybe she learned her lesson. Anyway. Long story short, check out the video on Saturday. If you look in the comments, you'll see a timestamp where it all starts. And who knows, maybe in a week or so, when things...
I don't think she's ever coming back to the Jimmy.
No, I don't think she is either, which is good news for everyone. Okay, Duke, let's do some shout-outs, shall we? Misco. Wick and Wick's wife.
Wick and Wick's wife.
XRP A11Y.
XRP A11Y.
And Mark Dutch.
Mark Dutch.
And Jimmy Cocos.
Jimmy Cocos.
Tillin McPooch.
Tillin McPooch.
Terry Crow.
Terry Crow.
Snaky Pete Vaporizers.
Sneaky Pete Vaporizers.
Randy a Bite.
Randy a Bite.
Squeaky McGee.
Squeaky McGee.
Dave Digital the Goat.
Dave Digital the Goat.
Hoss and Pepper.
Hoss and Pfeffer.
Swashbuckling Scallyway.
Swashbuckling Scallyway.
And
David
BCL.
Sony Music.
David Sony Music. That's right. All right, buddy. All right, Duck Duck.
We're playing the same game as you're pressing the extend pedal.
Yeah.
We're playing the same game as our psychopathic collectors. That's right, it's a one game. Cause we're having a fantastic time. Around the banks of dismay. Bitcoin, crypto, modernity, AI.
Nice job, buddy.
Hey, everybody.
Great singing. See you in a bit. Back to school today, Duck Duck. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in on this Monday, April Fool's Day. If you haven't, there's 12 more to get 100. If we don't hit 100, of course, YouTube will kill the video, and this will just go into the memory hole. No one will see it. So make sure you, if you haven't click the like. And if you've shared it with that one friend, remember, there was 3 people yesterday that panic buyed Bitcoin. I think we're at that thing. If you have anyone on the edge, share the video with them. Get the message out. Increase the severity of this bull run. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have an amazing day.
Make sure you like and subscribe.